Hey Cider fans, the Cider guys are back with that promised video of my interview with Maggie at CiderFest 2019. In this video, Maggie talks about the Greenbud Alliance. She talks about what is CiderFest and how CiderFest benefits the Greenbud Alliance. Now, this is the fundraiser for the nonprofit Greenbud Alliance, and you can get your tickets at www.CiderFestNC.com. All right, hey Cider fans, we're here at CiderFestNC 2019. We're here with Maggie. Maggie, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what your involvement with CiderFest is?
Sure thing. I work for the Greenbelt Alliance, and we are a nonprofit organization that serves Western North Carolina, helping people build more sustainable homes and live more sustainable lifestyles. And back in 2012, we were looking to put on a fall fundraiser member event for our organization, and we were thinking we'd have 50 to 100 people come out and sample some local cider. And I think the first year we sold 500 tickets, and every cider maker jumped on it. We had no idea that there wasn't an event like this or there was so much interest in cider. But it was really exciting and people were excited about it. And so we decided to continue to grow the event and bring in more cider makers and more of the community. And now it serves as our largest annual fundraiser for our nonprofit organization.
Yeah. So one of our biggest questions was what made you put on a Cider Fest? Like, you just came up with an idea and you said you didn't know anything like this was happening elsewhere. But
well, I wish I could take credit for it, but it was a wonderful board member and a former staff member that got together, and like I said, we were looking for something to get our members together in the fall. And at that point, I think Noble Cider was just getting going, and so there was beginning to be a little buzz about cider, and so it just seemed fun to get together and have cider in the fall, and it's apple season here, and so it was really the drive to do something in the fall. And our members, I guess, like to drink. I don't know.
All right. You talked a little bit about how you started with this like 500. Can you talk a little bit about the growth of CiderFest?
Well, it's we've been growing as fast as we can. We have sold out every year, so the first year we did 500, and I think the second year we doubled that, and now the last 2 years we've sold 2,000 tickets, and we've strategically stayed at that number. This year we certainly could have sold more tickets. People have been here all day trying to buy tickets, but we're also trying to create the best experience for everyone that comes to the festival, and we've been trying to bring in more vendors so that people don't have to wait in lines as long. But many of the cider makers are very small, and we really want as much of our local community here. And so kind of this year we had a lot of new cider makers, but then we had people that have been coming for years say, hey, you know what, we can't serve 2,000 people, we just don't have enough volume. And so we lost some this year, and it ended up being the same amount of cider makers. So we're trying to, there seemed to be more interest in cider than we can provide tastings, but we want to continue to grow it at the same time, everybody's still having a good experience in the festival. So.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about what CiderFest benefits and how it benefits Greenbelt Alliance.
Well, all of the proceeds go to our organization, and so we also, with the help of some paid contractors that help us manage the event, we pay for everything as well. So it's not done by an outside organization. Carrie, that runs the festival, is actually on our staff, and so everything is run in-house, and there's vendor fees and then participant fees, and all of that goes to fund our work, helping educate people on how to live healthier and how to live to make their homes healthier and better for the environment, get us ready for changing climate and saving energy in our homes. So through that we do education and outreach. We're working with the city to help them reduce their carbon footprint as well. We have a low-income program where we're helping people that need it the most. We're helping them fix up their homes to save energy so they can save money on utility bills. So all of the proceeds go directly to our work in the community.
Awesome.
Doing that.
Cool. And finally, let's wrap up and talk a little about where do you see the future of CiderFest going? Do you see it growing? Do you see it expanding? Maybe a possible second springtime event, or what do you think?
You know, at this point, we certainly haven't been talking about a second event. I do think that we'd like to grow a little bit more, but like I said, we're just trying to be strategic based on what our vendors' needs and our participants' needs are. So we're taking it a year at a time. This year, being at Carrier Park, it was a new venue for us. So I think once we kind of recap on how this goes, that's part of it too, is just finding a venue in the city that can accommodate all of the people and vendors and have a good experience. So I think it remains to be seen whether we'll grow much next year. It may be that we grow a little bit, but unless we have more cider makers come in, we probably won't grow very much next year. But we'll see.
All right.
We also do have a winter fundraiser as well, and somehow we ended up on the alcohol tastings, but it just kind of happened that way that there's a beer tasting festival called Brew Horizons that we have in the winter at the Civic Center, and that event is in its infancy. We had it last year for the first time, and all of that money goes specifically to helping weatherize people's homes in the winter to save energy and save money for them.
Good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Maggie,
You're
for joining
welcome.
us today.
Thanks
Is there
for being
anything
here.
we haven't covered today that you would like to speak about?
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, I guess just check out our website if you're interested in learning more. We have a hotline. If people have questions about their houses, they're welcome to email us, and we can connect them with resources. And so that's www.greenbuilt.org.
All right. Well, again, thank you. Thank you for joining us for